Jess here with Offbeat Life, finally bringing you our November budget because I wish I had a fair excuse, but I don't. I didn't do it. So, get it to you now before December's over. Going right in, it was an awesome month for us and a really good month for budgeting as a couple, budgeting as a married couple, as a actual unit. So we'll get further into that. So jumping in, we pulled money from two sinking funds in November. We pulled $418.35 from our home maintenance sinking fund and $99.83 for our car sinking fund. I think it was just a couple things that RJ did for the Jeep. I think we had cash sitting around that was supposed to be for another thing that didn't end up being for that thing that he used for my winter tires. So that was all that was spent out of sinking funds. His hours have gone way up for his part-time merchandising work. So at the point that they had dropped, I was only budgeting him for $300. He brought in $740.83, so he more than doubled that and brought in $440.83 in November. So I increased that going forward cautiously because hours can drop again. For Driveline, so this was my second month in a row of overtime. It was just 1 week. I think there was 1 week in September that I had overtime that paid in October, and then one in October that paid in November. So I budgeted $1,015, brought in $1,254.55, which was $239.55 over budget. So we did fabulous there. At the vet hospital where I'm doing the books, I budgeted $880 and brought in $885.35, which was just $535 over. That's usually right on point because I kind of have myself at set hours, and then I work kind of periodically through the week, but I log a certain amount of hours for that week, so it's usually within a few dollars. For the bookkeeping that I do remotely for the firm out of state, I budgeted $700 because I usually have a good idea of how many hours I'm going to work, but I don't always know for sure, especially if, like right now, things start to lighten up for merchandising. I have more time for this, so it fluctuates a little bit. I try to underestimate it. So I budgeted $700, brought in $1,092.02, which was $392.02 over budget. That was very exciting. For my bookkeeping that I do as an independent contractor for past, present coworkers, associates of sorts, budgeted $300, brought in $300, so $100 from each three sources. And then our digital reflection that pays out quarterly, that paid out in November for $50. So we budgeted $3,713.18 and brought in $4,840.93, which was $1,127.75 over budget, which was super exciting. So where did we spend it? We had lots of fun. So we'll skip over the mortgage for now. This one was a little bit funny. But for electric, that bill jumped up to $118, or was it higher in October? Maybe it was the higher bill in October, and then it started to come back down. I don't remember which was which. But it was $118.43 in November. Garbage is quarterly, so that's not due again until January. Car insurance, that one jumped up. So it was super low because they were adjusting for like an extra payment that they took. Then this was the new policy that they do 6-month periods. This was the new period, and it was high for some reason, but then in December it dropped back down to like 124, 125. So it wasn't worth my time to call them about it. So this went through at 140.56, and I knew the month before that was going to happen as well. We were way under on gas. We budgeted $200 and spent $174.02, so we were $25.98 under there. Budgeted $300 on groceries, spent $297.91. I think, though, we got a card from Gavin's school since they're not at school. And it's kind of like a replacement for their free lunches, so we might have used that a couple of times. And in full disclosure, because I had somebody mention once that that we were being really strong with no fast food and no eating out, which I really wish that was the case. We don't, certainly now more than ever, but we're not big sit-down restaurant people, but we have had our fair share of fast food. But we put that all through the business because it's at least partially deductible that way. But that varies. It can go anywhere from 100 to 200 a month. It's been really bad. We've been better lately, though, because that showed up on our waistlines. So we've been better about that. But we were within our budget for groceries, so that was good. The dog needed food, so I budgeted that. I usually over budget by a couple dollars. RJ's phone was right on. My phone bill was right on, $38.26. But we decided the price was right and it was time for me to get a new one. So we went ahead and did that for only $85. So it's a really decent little phone. It's a Samsung A10e, maybe, but it's quite a bit nicer than the J3. So it was really nice. Cable bill was normal, but this is going to change. Yeah, it might change in December. It was supposed to change yesterday, I think, to a new plan. So that might hopefully go down a little bit since we finally called them about it, which was long overdue. So that was right on. Netflix, Hulu, Adobe for Lightroom, those are all on. We might now change this in the new year. We've got to just do it to actually go through the business account, but we'll see. So this is the home maintenance that went through from the sinking funds, some furniture, some things like that. The car fund that went through there, my contribution to the Roth IRA, which is significantly under 15%. So we're inadequately doing baby step 4 because we're focusing mostly on baby step 6. But hopefully in the next couple of years, we'll get that cranked up. I'm hoping to at least double it in the next few months. So we'll see. Miscellaneous budgeted our normal 50, went over there, but we knew that we were $1,100 over on income. I had to pay for the dog's license for the town. RJ grabbed some Pokemon cards for Gav. I got hair dye because I dyed my hair black. You probably can't tell on the camera, but it's already starting to fade because we got a semi-permanent. Some extra toilet paper because people were freaking out and I wanted to make sure we weren't a part of that. I think I got a few little Christmas decorations, some light bulbs, more toilet paper? I don't know. Apparently I bought it twice. That seems funny. Anyways, got some holiday stuff, got some holiday candles, eyeliner, what game did we get? Oh, I think that was on the Switch. So a bunch of little random stuff that added up. So total expenses were budgeted $3,082.17, came in at $35,39.14, which the bulk of that is actually the overpayment on the mortgage, which is a good thing. So in terms of that, it's the time of the year where they did our escrow assessment, so the payment went up a little bit. It would have gone up more because we actually had an $82.75 shortage. I went ahead and just paid that and just kind of put it in as an overage, even though it's kind of not really, but I just didn't feel like making a line item for it. So I went ahead and paid that so that the payment didn't go up further, and then this is the increase from $688 to reflect the increase in taxes. So our new mortgage payment, $695.51. And then we went ahead and put $1,000 on the mortgage, which was really exciting. So that was $382.75 more than budgeted, including the escrow shortage payment. So savings was fun as well. Since we had all that extra income, we still had an extra $675 to budget to do stuff with. So I was going to put $100 in the car fund, went ahead and put just about $400, and basically that amount was to just even it back out after we spent a little bit. Replaced all the money that we spent in home maintenance, plus added a bit more, brought that up to $701. The total is up to $1,700. And our fireworks fund is getting close, $200 there. That's at $600. So what is that, 2 more months? I think, December and January, that'll be topped off, and then that money will get moved back over into probably the IRA or split between the IRA and the mortgage, something like that. So we saved $1,300 and $1.79. So $670 more than we planned on savings, and our savings total is $14,473.76, which is super exciting. And we made a measly $6.40 in interest in our savings fund that the emergency fund is sitting in. So, that was November. Tried to kind of cruise through that quickly. It was a really fantastic month for us, which was really exciting. December will slow down quite a bit because I don't have any crazy merchandising hours, and I put our Christmas budget like right, because we're not huge like gifters, we're not huge Christmas spenders, so I just put it right in the month of December. We'll probably end up, from what I've already gotten and what I plan on getting, we'll probably go over a bit, but we should have some extra income as well. So that was November. I hope yours was fantastic. If it wasn't, let me know. I'd love to hear, if there were issues and what you are hoping to improve on going forward. And if you had some wins, I'd love to hear about those as well. And we will see you guys again soon. Have a good one.